Hi, I am Yashni Mohan from Batch 5B BRE. Today, me and my group members going to explain about an issue regarding child sexual abuse. First, I going to explain about the background of child sexual abuse. Sexual abuse include sexual assault or rape of child and adolescent is a major global public health problem and it's a violence of human rights and has many health consequences in the short term and long term. A 2011 systematic review and meta-analysis of prevalence of child sexual abuse around the world placed the prevalence among girls at around 20% and among boys at around 8%. Another 2013 meta-analysis of the current prevalence of child 18 years of age sexual abuse worldwide suggests that around 9% of girls and 3% of boys experience attempt or complete force in intercourse, oral, vaginal, or anal, and 30% of girls and 6% of boys of experience some of the contact sexual abuse. Next, I'm going to explain about introduction of sexual abuse. Sexual abuse is a sexual behavior or a sexual act forced upon a woman, man, or child without their consent. Sexual abuse is an act of violence which the attacker use against someone they preview as weaker than them. It doesn't not come from an uncomfortable sex drive, but is a crime committed by deliberately with the goal of controlling and humiliating the victim. Sexual violence is a social phenomenon that exists in various societies that accept aggressive behavior and gender inequality. Also in Israel is among from them. Thousands of women turn to the Rape Crisis Center for help after the attack, and the statistics show that 1 in 3 women will be sexual abused during their lifetime.
Gamari Kumaresan. Today I want to present about reason why child sexual abuse happen. First of all, power imbalance. Abuse often exploit their position of power over a child to manipulate them into abuse solution. Second is psychological issue. Some perpetrator may have mental issues, past trauma, or disordered belief about sex and relation leading them to harm children. Environment factor. Environment where there lack of supervision, poor family dynamic, substance abuse, or exposure to violence and contribute to increased vulnerability of abuse. After that, culture and social influence. Societal that minimize the seriousness of children abuse perpetrated, but it may create an environment where abuse can thrive. After that, access and opportunity. Opportunities for unsupervised interaction with children, whether through family relationship or online platform, can provide abuse with access to potential victims. After is effect of child sexual abuse. Child's first effect is emotion and psychological impact. It can lead the feelings of shame, guilty, depression, post-trauma stress disorders, and a range of emotion issues that creep into childhood. After that, behavior challenge. Children may experience behavioral change such as withdrawal, aggressions, self-harm, substance abuse, or engaging in risky behavior. After that, physical consequences. In some cases, there can be physical injury or health problems resulting from the abuse. It may include injury to the genital or anal area or complication related to sexual transmit infection. After that, impact of relation. Childhood sexual abuse can affect a child's ability to form health relation in the future. The last is how child sexual abuse happen. First is grooming. Perpetrator often employing grooming to establish trust and manipulate children into situation where abuse can. After is coercion or manipulation. Abuser may use street manipulation or bribes to secure children into participating in sexual activities. They can also use their authority or position of power to intimidate or manipulate children into complying with their wishes. After is exploiting through technology. With the prevalence of internet and social media, predators may exploit technology sexual abuse children. It can involve online grooming, sharing explicit content or children into online interaction. Thank you.
Hi, Miss International Isaac Mahir. My ID number is BLE 232029. Today my topic is type of child abuse. My first topic is physical abuse. My big topic is type of child abuse. On that big topic, I want to talk about physical abuse. Indication that physical abuse may be observed, including the following, but it does not important to note that these are not necessary signs of abuse and they can observe for other reasons. Experience black eyes, broken bones, bruises, bites or burns, injuries that may relevant a pattern, for example more than one burn or valid on the hand, protesting or crying when it is time to go to a particular location whenever home or school, and other places where abuse may occur, appearing to the frequent of a specific individual, being watchful as if expecting something unpleasant to happen. Emotional abuse. Secondly, sign of emotional abuse. Some of these signs may indicate that a child is experiencing emotional abuse, apprehending, withdrawal and exhaust or affect, showing extreme in behavior, for example, complaints, passive or aggressive, lack of attachment to parent or caregiver, age inappropriate behavior, for example, sucking a thumb. Sexual abuse. Sexual abuse is defined as any act that forces or entices a child or young person to participate in sexual abuse. It is sexual abuse when if the child does not understand what is happening and there is no forced violence or even contact. If the child is forced or invited to participate in any activity that causes the other to be around, this is considered sexual abuse. Assaulted by penetration such as rape or a sex. Non-penetration sexual activities such as touching outside the clothes, rubbing, kissing and masturbation. Watch other performing sexual acts or getting a child to watch such acts. Looking at, showing or sharing sexual images, videos, toys or other materials. Prevent child abuse. Be a nurturing parent. Child need to know that they are special, loved and capable of following their dreams. Help a friend, neighbor or relative. Being a parent is not easy. Offer a help hand, take care of the children so the parents can rest or spend time together. Help yourself when the big and little problem of your everyday life fill up to the point you feel overwhelmed, out of control. Take time out. Don't take it out on your kid. Get involved. Ask your community leaders, library and school to develop services to meet the needs of healthy children and families. Thank you.
Hi Miss, have a good day. I am Darshini Murali, batch 5B. Today I want to present about what are the long-term consequences of child sexual abuse. The first is physical health consequences. Child sexual abuse can result in both immediate and long-term physical health issue. Due to non-consensual exposure, victim may be at increased risk of sexually transmitted infection. The second is consequences of mental health. Child sexual abuse has a negative impact on mental health, making victims vulnerable to a variety of decisions. Depression, which is marked by persistent emotion of despair and hopeless, is a common companion for those who have experienced several tragedies. The third is behavioral implication. Child sexual abuse can shape behavioral pattern that last into the adulthood, resulting in a variety of negative results. Engage is unsafe sexual activities such as having several partners or failing to take preventative precaution manifests a destroy sense of healthy relationship. The chance of sexual violence perpetration results sustaining a cycle of harms. The second, I want to present about future victimization risks. The impact of child sexual abuse persists beyond the original trauma, putting survivors at a higher risk of future victim. Females who have been sexual abused as children are more likely to be victims of sexual violence as adults. Child sexual abuse is a horrible crime with far-reaching that lasts a person's entire life. Knowing the wide impact of child sexual abuse allows society to seek to break the cycle of trauma, providing survivors with a road to healing and resilience. The next, I want to present about the fact of child sexual abuse. The first is the extent of the issue. The regulatory with which Child Protective Agency validate education highlight the frightening incident of child sexual abuse, as many incidents go unreported due to fear, shame, or a lack of understanding. The second is disparities in gender. Statistics show that 1 in every 4 adult women and 1 in every 13 men experience sexual assault as children, highlight a trouble gender disparity. It is critical to break the silence around male victims in order to develop a more inclusive and effective response to child sexual abuse. Thank you.
Finally, I'm going to explain about the conclusion of this issue. We can never eradicate child sexual abuse, but we can reduce it substantially along with the number of women and men, girls and boys who suffer lifelong pains, distress, and stigma as a result. There are already many parts of current model of good practice, and this book demonstrates some of them. Also, a lack of promising model and initiative which can be adopted thus are not the problem. Rather, it is a lack of priority and political will. It is complacency, denial, or embarrassing a failure of failure of coverage and continuous prejudging against the most vulnerable young people and those who try to support them. It is a size and power of lobbies which support and protect network of abusers. Also, it is an imaginative use of new technology which can meet the considerable and growing challenge in the online world. This can scientifically reduce a serious crime which inflict such cost and the world of society. Thank you.